Welcome, wonderful beings, and thank you so much to once again be here. Nature's dreaming. Today, I would like to see where it takes us at the beginning before we go into a journey. First, I want to put the question into the circle. By the way, you all see the same way I see it, so we really are a circle. So you know who I'm looking at, maybe? And when I do go in the circle, then you know why I take that sequence. Also, we don't use the chat if possible, because that's kind of a distraction. If you would like to say something, just open your mic and share. So, what is nature? What is nature? First, I would like to ask, what is nature? Who is nature? So open your mics and share.
That's a good question, because the way we say nature, it's always like we're separating nature from ourselves, and how could we not be a part of nature?
Exactly.
It's weird how we have that word nature and it doesn't include us.
Yeah,
Well,
we have grown there, and that's also how we act.
right.
That's how we act.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts? Who is nature?
I would suggest that nature is really the living embodiment of the soul of the planet at one level. And then the higher level nature is our aura and all the unseen worlds that surround us, our body. And that's another higher level of the planet's soul that is embodied around the human.
Mm-hmm. That's an interesting perspective. Any other thoughts?
Yeah, I think for me, my first response was yes, you, me. So we are, as you said, Dana, we are nature, and I like what you said, Ursula, and for me it reminds me the nature is, for me it's the flowing energy through all of us, so the life energy from Mother Earth, where we also are part of.
So if we would like to bring it to the point, it's like every living creature, right? Every living creature. And I would like to remind you that stones are also living creatures.
Yeah, the dome of music. Every single note that's ever been created has gone into the domain of music, and every song into the domain of singing, and every dream into the domain of dreaming.
The song, I think the song is a product of nature. A song or a tune or a tone or a sound is the outcome, what comes out of nature. I would emphasize the difference. The origin, I would say the origin is nature. The origin of every moving, living being, that is nature. And whatever comes out of that is then the next step. And I would really like to go to that origin today. So the next step is we are on a very high level this evening. I love it, like we did the whole week. I love you being along, and it's so beautiful to travel with you. So what is nature's dreaming? And, you know, the stuff that we hear about every day, we just jump that over. We know that. So before we journey, I would really like for everyone in the circle to just share a sentence or a few words on what do you think in this very moment? What is nature's dreaming? Or what came to your mind when you read that title?
I'll share, because you can say, I'm going to turn this down so there's not as much. Sorry. So nature's dreaming, or you could also kind of like do nature streaming. I believe, like, I feel like it's just all that one consciousness, source, whatever you want to call it, the origin, embodied, say, if we want to keep it to the earth with nature, embodied in the earth, and then all the different forms of nature express that one consciousness. So
that's the dream.
Nature's dreaming is consciousness dreaming via nature, which is everything.
And but what's the dreaming?
Evolution.
So nature dreams of evolution.
Evolution is the source of the dream. Consciousness dreaming itself through the embodiment of nature leads to evolution.
Okay, now you got it.
I don't know. It's a circle, so.
Thank you. Thank you. So let's go in the circle, if you may, Kathy.
Well, I'm not sure about the words, how to put it, but it was like something that had to do with an expression of spirit, like it's connection. I don't know. I don't have words beyond that. A reflection or a mirror.
Because there are no words. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
So let's go in the circle. Anahi?
Yes. I had the feeling that nature is dreaming of like a wonderful world or a paradise. I thought paradise, and that we wake up.
So that's the dream of nature, that we wake up.
Yes, I really had that feeling that nature is really dreaming about us waking up. Yes.
Hawaii. Thank you.
I can somehow not put words on it. I just see everything in different colors, like the colors you also already mentioned. This is all I can say.
Yes, thank you. Yes, we'll go there today again. Katarina, would you like to?
I think it's a really difficult question for my brain. And I was thinking about our last evenings, and somehow I always come to the same conclusion that everything is love. So I also think that nature is streaming love.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Ursula?
Yes, today it feels to me that nature, with the gift of all the spiritual energies that the planet has issued and embraces us above and below and around us of the rainbow colors that are her soul. She wants us to actually give birth with those colors and to combine them and to express them in every living sensing form we can, through our eyes, through our ears, what we hear in poetry or song, what we can sing, what we can dance, and because she can't combine all that and compound it into something bigger and more beautiful. She's done everything she could on an individual basis with every plant and tree and every little person, animal. And now it's our turn to dream for her the songs that she can't sing, and to dance the dances she can't dance, to give her something back in the combination.
Well, if we all are nature, thank you for the sharing, but I would like to take it a little further. Like we said, if we all are nature, then the dream is within all of us. Or it's actually, I would even go a step further. It's a call for action. And I'll come back to what you just said as we proceed. Dana?
Well, I resonate with what Anna he said about nature dreaming of us awakening. And I know the Aboriginal cultures in Australia talk a lot about the dreaming, like the whale dreaming, the all parts of nature dreaming. And so it's like they're in this other dimension of awareness, and they're supporting us with their presence and their connection to source, really. But at the same time, like I said earlier, I think it's not accurate to not include ourselves in nature, because we're living beings, and we are
like
nature as well.
Said. Yeah. Thank you. Beautiful. Janine, if you would like to.
For me, directly came up creation, sacredness, and creation of sacredness. But at the same time, I feel that nature, I don't know in English.
Say it in German.
Ja, dass die Natur einfach nur ist.
That nature can be as it is. That we all can be as we are.
Ja, dass die gar nicht, und das liebe ich so halt an der Natur, dass die halt einfach ist. Also wenn ich rausgehe und die Bäume erlebe und die Natur erlebe, die ist einfach in ihrem ganzen Sein einfach da. Die braucht nicht zu träumen. So.
Yeah. She said when she goes outside and goes for a walk, it's so beautiful. Nature is just there. It doesn't need to dream. I will pick that up too in a moment. Thank you.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Sonja?
It all
of the above.
Absolutely, because I really was like, okay, nature's dreaming, and I start moving, and for me, yes, first there was sound, and there's no difference, and I can't I can't fill up this nature's dreaming dot. It is just like that. And we are included in this. And then I think with my mind, I think about, well, we're speaking about what is dream, and is dream not reality, or is there something different reality? Then it's definitely a call to wake up, because nature will just dream herself on, like the earth will go on in her cycles, and we just go away. So we have to act.
We have to take action. Yes, it's a call for
Thank
action.
you.
I let Susan speak, and then I'll come back to this. Thank you very, very much. Mhm.
Yeah, I keep it short. I felt nature streaming is balancing out. Balancing out was coming into my mind, in my heart. Balancing out.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Susan is smudging for us. Thank you. Ah, yeah, I had that ready too. Thank you. You're doing it for us. Yeah. Let's weave it into the circle. Thank you very much, Susan. Alrighty. I love your answers. And yeah, first the thing about the colors, because that has been mentioned 3 times now. I don't know, Ursula, if you already listened to yesterday's call. All right. And the day 2, the colors of the new will be, I mean, the rainbow colors, or the rainbows as it is, they guide us into the new. And the rainbow colors, they're like the first hellos for us. But the colors of the new, they will look different. They have much different tones, a much bigger variety, and they're more like sparkles in there. And that just as a side note, because it's very important for me that you are with us in the same boat, and you understand when I'm talking about the colors of the new, that they are way beyond of what we can see as of now. And what is my biggest and most profound message of today is stop dreaming. Stop dreaming, start acting. Because we want those dreams to be manifested. Yes, it's an awakening, a call for awakening, and as we proceed, we awaken step by step by step, but we are called to manifest what we awaken to. Because the times to fall back and go back into the comfort chair, those times are over. We really must take over responsibility. I'm talking a little strict today, but it really, that is the calling. We must take the chances given to us. They're given to us on so many levels. At the moment, still, as the earth is still tilted and turned, and whatever it is with the magnetic fields and everything, astrology still has an influence on us. So the way the planetary constellations are, we are hugely supported to make our shifts. Also with the magnetic field that is changing in an absolute profound manner at the moment. The sun is starting to act up like crazy. So these are all supports. And I just have a smile and say, do you think this is coincidence? Sure. No, it's no coincidence, of course. It's for us to take our behinds and really move on and grow and manifest those things that are calling us. In Hermine receives global messages, and in German is Hermine empfängt globale Botschaften. There are so many instruments in there given to us, but it's also explained in there and also shown to me so many times that when we are growing into the new, whole nature will change. Of course, our bodies will change, like we humans, our bodies will change. But it's also the animals' bodies that will change, and it's also the whole plant world will change as well. And I only give you one share. I would like to share one thing that will give you, I think, a huge shift and understanding. Whoops. To the camera again does funny things. Yep. Okay, I'll turn it off for a second.
It's so we can't see you and hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, it's all good.
Okay, because something went crazy here for a minute. So I would like to share something very profound. And when I share that, I am sure you will understand many other things as well. And one tool or one instrument I can even offer for us to manifest that. When our hearts open and when we live out of our heart more and more, when love, as you said, Katharina, when love comes into the field more and more, when we are more and more the pure expression of love, what's the natural answer of every living being around us? Again.
It's fine. You're there. You're there. You're
Okay.
audible. Everything's fine.
All right. Thank you. So what's the natural reaction?
Radiate it back and more of it.
Yes, radiate it back. Yes, and even more.
Opening, evolving.
And everything, like everything starts to become more radiant. And everything starts because, and that's the most profound understanding, when we grow into love, we release contraction. We can release contraction because we can all just be who we are. And when the contraction is released, what happens? Things expand. So, in the book is explained that the bees will be huge and we don't even need to be afraid of them. For example, it's just one example. There is an example with elephants. It's just like we are in an interaction with each other. When a fox sees us, it doesn't need to run away anymore. Because we are within love. We express love, we are love, and they are love back. The trees will grow huge, the leaves will be huge, roses will be huge, flowers will be huge, forms will be round and beautiful. Colors will all be light. Just to bring it in a short expression. Can you relate to that? I love talking about that. It's like, it's like, and it's actually so easy. We just need to learn. We need to learn to keep reminding ourselves that when we are getting into anger, that we observe the anger and then go out of the anger again. Or that we understand why we are in anger and then transform it. Or when we are out of harmony with someone, that we understand why are we out of harmony. And I tell you, the best teachers are the people you don't like. And or your animals sometimes. My little doggy, who is with us every evening, by the way, or every day, I thought he might say hello. I told him to come and show up, but he's just lying there and looking at us. But he also is a beautiful teacher, always when he does his own cheeky things. Sometimes he goes and eats the dookie stuff from the cows. That makes me angry. And then I said, okay. He teaches me to get out of the anger.
Yeah, I think you're raising a really important phenomena that's happening with the influences that are coming in, which I always call the magnification. So whether it's good or bad, as we call it, which it isn't really either, but it magnifies. So when I thought, well, where have I felt this feeling before of being in one kind of atmosphere and then arriving in another? And I thought, well, we've all lived in the womb of our mother, which was filled with this electric atmosphere, although we call it water, but it's not like ordinary water. And we lived in it, and we drank it, and we breathed it, and it went all around us, and it helped us to grow. It actually allowed for growth to happen inside that liquid, living water. And now it feels like what's arriving, we can't see it, but it's almost like another form of liquid living water that's turning up.
Like I said, breath. Breath is water.
Exactly, but the content in it is different to what we had before.
Yes, but it depends on us.
Well, no, what I'm saying is it doesn't. It will affect everything because it is what it is. We can do with it, but it is what it is. And like the lady was saying earlier, Janine was saying, nature is what it is. And the incoming influence is what it is, but it allows us to open up, to magnify the colors and mix them and blend them into turquoise and delicate pinks and delicate blues and the most finest color you can imagine. But because of its presence, it allows that. Anyway, that's some of the magic that I've picked up over the last year or so.
Yes, but still, we are responsible. We are responsible what we are giving into the field. It's not just there. We are co-creators. And that's one of my most important messages that I kept repeating like a mantra over the last 10, 12 years. We are responsible and we need to take over responsibility. That's why Breath of Love, I said, what we give into the field with our moisture, with our urine, with all we do, with our sweat, with everything, with our thoughts, with everything, that does make an impact. And yes, we are supported, and yes, certain things will come. But Sonia, that's what I would like to come back to what you said before. Yes, it's possible that we are swept away, humanity, but it's also possible that we're not. It's still on the tipping point. I've seen a lot, also birthing the new planet. I was involved, but it still depends on us what happens with this planet. And it's very possible that we make it on this planet, or it's certain souls who really want to make it. They will make it, I am certain. So I think that's also very good, maybe a little encouragement for, sometimes we think we're lost, we're not.
And I think the simplicity of our acts, it doesn't have to be big acts.
No.
It can be thankfulness for water every time you drink it.
Exactly.
You know, appreciating a sunlight, how it falls on the grass, saying how wonderful the moon is. And it's our radiation coming out as we say wonderful, as we feel it's wonderful.
Exactly.
And so my sense is the more one can feel something from the heart, if your heart is in it, you're on the right track. That's what I feel.
Yes.
Because that's what the planet needs, is love from the heart. I don't mean the sickly stuff, but the real appreciation, the honoring, the being with. All of that is love, isn't it? And taking care of things, all of that is love. And it's like, that's what she'll get back. That radiance is what she wants.
Exactly. I completely agree. And thank you very much for that sharing. Yet we must take it further. We must take it further. Because that's where we need to take over the responsibility. Is one thing, is how are our actions and thoughts, but it's also how do we react when we are confronted. That's where it starts. That's where we need to change something and transform it. I was given a beautiful instrument called the crystalline heart space that occurred to me, and then I was given the teaching, the sharing for that, and through the knowing of the crystalline heart space and how we can interact with each other is really a profound instrument on how we can do that. And I do give these workshops continuously as whenever we have enough people together, because it is so significant what that teaches us. I mean, it's a challenge. I mean, especially when we are so centered in our hearts, and when we are growing more and more sensitive, and when we are more and more in the new world, and this other world is still there. Now, how do we cope with that? And that's exactly where our responsibility comes in, to stand that and stand there in a different manner than what we have until now, and every day until, I mean, it takes a step further every day now.
Can I say something?
Sure.
Yeah. For me, it's more not acting, it's more beingness.
Yes,
So,
that's.
Yes.
I think that's one facet of it. It's one mosaic, if you wish. It's what you really are saying is the embodiment, right? To embody yourself. Do I understand you correctly? Mm-hmm. And then again, I take that a step further as well. Think of what you want to embody and what you're called to embody. I mean, okay, I reword it. It's actually the proceeding to your true I am. Because all of us don't live our true I am yet. None of us. Not the Pope and not the Dalai Lama, nobody. We all have our old things that we may release until we come closer and closer and closer to our I am.
yes, Corina, and that's where I feel like you're taking us into that place where you wake up in the morning and it's so still and it's your own time, even if it's 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and you listen to the voice within. And does it give you a picture? Does your soul speak to you with a picture? Or does it give you a little snippet of a song or a couple of words? Because that's your being that's speaking to you of where it wants to go today and what it wants to be nourished by and what it wants to grow in your life. And no one can tell you not to do it that way because it's your development life with the spirit that lives in you. And that's the guiding light that your higher faculties respond to. Your soul, your higher mental body, your higher emotional body, all those bodies that need to grow, because that's what we're here for, to grow new life.
Yes, and again, take it a step further. I cannot say that enough. Take it a step further. Because if we don't do that, then yeah, Sonia.
Okay. Just like for the action, and I have it so long in my head listening, like human being, we are an action, we are an active world, and I always come back to that creative force from the creator flowing through us creatures, and we are here to create. Maybe that comes in that direction. To take action is often kind of, oh, you're going to demonstrate for something. But it's a movement.
It's a movement of co-creation, exactly. And that co-creation really grows more and more. We are called to gather in circles like we do now. And I've experienced lately that people who don't like circles so much, when they jump over their shadows and come and join into the circle anyway, there is nourishment every time. It's just, I mean, the circle grows in importance. It's magnificent, really. And it's of so much evidence, and it's of so much importance to gather in circles. Find people who think likewise, gather and move forward together, support each other, and sometimes just listen. And that already makes a difference, and that brings us into the new, and that it brings, I mean, in the circle, sometimes it's just a presence, sometimes it's a word. And the person who didn't feel so good maybe already got the opportunity to go a step further. And that's the co-creation, yeah. And it's also the co-creation with the crystals, for example, or the co-creation with water, the co-creation with whatever it is. But yeah, it's really a call for, okay, let's call it a call for co-creation, but active co-creation. You like that better, Sonia? Thank you for that impulse.
And there's a little image that's just turned up. And I was thinking about, if you look at a plant that lives near a stream, it knows how to drink the water. And all the little people that come to the stream, they know how to drink the water. And it feels to me that we have the same capacity spiritually. We know how to connect from the inside to what is coming in now. So it's like you don't have to struggle to feel the connection. As long
Nobody
as
said that.
no, I'm just
Nobody
saying
said
that
that.
what I'm saying is, so the stillness is a very important part, isn't it?
Yes.
To be with whatever it is that wants to connect with us that day. But I've had that lovely image of the plant knowing how to drink. No one has to teach it. It knows exactly how to drink and absorb the nourishment of the waters.
So let us move on, or would somebody else like to share a sentence, a word, maybe about the co-creation?
I was going to say that we are here to create and co-create, but in order to do that to our full effectiveness, we have to evolve our relationship with our emotional energy.
Exactly.
And I think that's what you were speaking to, Corina. And because our emotional energy is our most powerful creative force, but to the extent that it's disorganized, dissipated in all the human, ego-based reactions and patterns, we can't use it and focus it and organize it to really be the powerful co-creative force that it is. So it is through the heart and through love, but really through the intelligence that comes from our higher self through the heart, that we can learn how to do that. But I think you were speaking to the same thing in your sharings, so I just wanted to echo that.
Thank you. Yeah. Anahi?
No, I didn't want to say something.
But you often have wise comments to make, so.
Hmm. Hmm. Well, yeah, I was thinking, I have so much resonance about what you said, of coming into a circle and listening. Sometimes there are times you maybe don't feel so good, I don't know. And sorry.
It's okay. Let's hold the space for Anahi.
I really didn't want to talk. But
I think
it's
I called you for us to experience the circle. Thank you for being the instrument for that.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I really am not feeling so good.
It's okay, and I just let it be. It's for us to hold the circle. It's thank you so much for being the instrument for us to be in this circle. So if you all wish, we are going into a little journey, just a small one today, as we had a very intensive circle just now. Just a little presence around the crystal and some sound. I'm not gonna journey too much today because I think we've shared a lot. All right? All right. Just a small little dive in. So we are just sitting comfortably. Let our breath breathe through us in its natural rhythm. The only thing what we actively do is observe. Observe how our breath takes its flow through our body. Our beautiful, lightful circle gathers around a crystal. Today it's a slightly smoked mountain crystal, quite rough in its form, but still very clear, very here, very present, and a lot and lots of small little white mountain crystals around it. We may just simply go into resonance with that crystal, feel its essence. sense its essence, its radiance. Within our circle, it's getting brighter and brighter. The crystal is radiating pure love, and you may just open your heart, and your being may be like a dry something, whatever it may be, and it may soak in and absorb this radiance of love. And may sound support this receiving. Beautiful gathering, beautiful circle, nourishment for all there is, for each and everyone in the circle, physically here or here in what way ever. Gratitude, thankfulness for what is. Present within. We take a deep breath. A conscious 2 or 3 exhales. Breath of love, a wave of love, a wave of water. Nature's co-creation. One love, one presence. And so it is. Whenever we are ready, we move our hands and maybe feet. Open our eyes and are fully back here. Thank you for being you, and thank you for walking on your path. As always, drink a lot. You're invited to drink now. Thank you for being you. Thank you.